this is Laura with McLeod Homestead, coming at you from inside of my greenhouse. I'm just sitting here relaxing. I gotta say, mainly the last couple weeks, but this last week has been a hard week. My rototiller broke, and I've been stressing about that. Found a used one, went and got it. I do not like it as much as my front tine. It's a rear tine. Stressing because my garden should be farther along. I don't have anything in the ground. I just started hardening off plants the other day because of how far behind I am. And I've really been stressing and worrying and getting aggravated and getting crabby. And then at about 5:30 this morning, I watched a video that reminded me of why I do this. I garden because I enjoy it, not because it's a job. And you know, it takes the fun out of it when I'm griping at so-and-so to help out and they're not getting it done and I didn't get as far along as I wanted to. And you know what? If I'm behind, I'm behind. If it gets in this year and it does great, excellent. If it doesn't and it fails, I will learn for next year. But I have, with the help of my family, gotten some improvements done. I'm going to show you some video clips. And, you know, even in our journeys of driving and going by different farms, and a couple of them I'll post videos of, even that shows, you know, they've gotten fields plowed, but they haven't planted anything yet. So it's not just me, and it's not really because of the weather. A lot of people are complaining about all the rain in this area. It's really about normal for us where I live. It's just been one of those years. I've had a lot of struggles. I've been having a lot of troubles redoing the fence, getting some new dirt in for my garden and trying to get that spread, and so it's been a lot. But I'll get there, and I got to bring back the enjoyment and the peacefulness of it. So let me show you around a little bit of what I've been doing. We had lots and lots of thunder and thought for sure it was gonna storm real bad, and we had a few drops of rain, but because of that I brought in all my plants early this afternoon from hardening off. As you can see, I've got like a white tent cover on top of my greenhouse because it was just getting way too hot in here. But most of the plants are going outside during the day. As you can still see, they can get some rays through the sides, especially the plants that really need it, that aren't going outside. There, I got my stools from Payless since they're going out of business. There's one I'll probably use in the garden. Now what I did after doing some weeding this week during the rain in here is I made a nice little sitting area. And I used the other stool for a little coffee table. And I was given this rug. It's a porch rug, but it's not any good for what I wanted for my porch. So I put it in my greenhouse. I've got a comfy little cozy area to sit, stay out of the weather. And it overlooks the garden. Look at this English Boston lettuce. It's not really getting heads like it's supposed to. And I'm really wanting to just pick some of the leaves and just start eating it. Don't know if I should or not. I know I ripped a couple off and munched them the other day just to taste them, and it tasted yummy. My tomato plants I planted are doing good. Some more of that white Boston lettuce. Yep, because of the rototiller, my blueberry plants still aren't planted yet. Never ends. But it'll get there. He pulled some of these weeds, but it just kind of gives an idea of what's been going on and what I'm going through and fixing. My tomato plants I transplanted into the bigger pots are doing wonderful. This one I wasn't so sure of. It looks like it might still be doing okay, but it was kind of broken when I put it in there. So we'll see. Looks like I have a couple of something else coming up there, but we'll see. And then that's just where I've been putting the weeds. Been having trouble. Even though I have this little fence, my chickens will not stay out of this side, and it's only this side. So I went and I got these, and hopefully it will keep the chickens out now. We will try. But I put one on both sides, and I got more in case I need them. If I don't use them in here, well, I will use them in the garden. Now let's check on my beets and my rutabagas. They're all looking pretty good. Looks like they need some rain. It is supposed to storm for the next 3 days, so I am really working to get this done. At least this lower section. Got one post in for a cattle panel. Where this one is where the other post will go for the cattle panel. But we got to finish rototillering over here. And then once that's done, I'm going to get my beans in on the cattle panel and then plant either peppers and or artichokes over here in this corner. So the first cattle panel trench or trellis, the first cattle panel trellis is up. In that funky corner, I planted 8 cardoons, and on this side of the cattle panel, I have planted a bunch of yellow beans. I put pollinators. I put 3 marigold plants so far. I've got a lot more to go. But it's a start for today. Hopefully we don't get the rain that they're calling for the next 3 days, and I can do more work in the greenhouse.